This summer was 10 years since the disappearance of University of Indiana student Lauren Spierer. She was last seen walking in downtown Bloomington during the early morning hours of June 3, 2011. Today, she is presumed dead, but her case remains unsolved. The fact that Lauren disappeared isn't quite unusual. In 2019, more than 235,000 women under the age of 21 were reported missing. However, the circumstances surrounding the vanishing of 20-year-old Indiana University student make it all the more confusing. Bloomington Police Department investigators have worked thousands of tips and tracked down countless leads, but no one has ever been named a suspect in Lauren's disappearance. On June 2, 2011, Lauren was drinking with several friends. Her boyfriend stated that he did not go out with her or her friends that evening, but the two were texting back and forth before he went to bed. According to witnesses, Lauren was very intoxicated and adding to using drugs. Bloomington police used video surveillance footage and witness statements to create a timeline of Lauren's location before her disappearance. So she left her apartment after watching the 2011 NBA playoffs and drinking wine with friends and headed to a party around 12:30 a.m. on June 3, 2011 with a friend. The pair went to another friend's apartment where they meet up with two more common friends. She spent the next 4 hours moving around different parties with different combinations of 4 friends. Let's call them friend number 1, 2, 3 and 4. At 1:46 a.m. she was seen entering Hillary's sports bar. At 2:27 a.m. Lauren is caught on camera exiting the bar with her friend number 1. She had left her cell phone and the shoes at the bar. She had taken off her shoes when she walked out onto the sand-covered yard. Her friend number 1 walked with Lauren to her apartment complex. 3 minutes later, at 2:30 a.m., she is captured entering Smallwood Plaza Apartments. When they got to the 5th floor of the building where Lauren's apartment is, they ran into 4 male students in the hallway. Her friend number 1 supposedly says something smart to one of the men, and the man smacked him in the head. He says he can't remember anything after that. Lauren left her apartment 18 minutes later at 2:48 a.m. and entered an alley that runs between College Avenue and Morton Street. Security cameras on nearby apartments captured her exit the alley 3 minutes later at 2:51 a.m. and walking toward an empty lot. Her keys and purse were found along this route through the alley. Surveillance's camera in an alley on the way shows Lauren stumbling and that at some point her friend number 1 tosses her over his shoulder in a fireman's carry. So she and her friend number 1 arrived at his apartment shortly afterwards. Her friend number 2 was at the apartment. Friend number 1 was intoxicated and was stumbling around. He vomited on the carpet on the way upstairs. Friend number 2 told police he escorted friend number 1 to bed and tried to persuade Lauren to sleep over for her own safety. He claims Lauren said she wanted to return to her apartment. Half an hour later, at 3:30 a.m., friend number 2 said he phoned his neighbor, friend number 3, asking him to take care of Lauren. Friend number 2 said Lauren continued to want to drink and asked him to drink with her at her apartment. He refused it. She then left and went to friend number 3 apartment at 5th North Townhomes. Friend number 3 told police Lauren had a large bruise under her eye that she supposedly sustained in a fall early that evening. She told him she couldn't remember how she got the bruise. 2 calls were placed from friend's number 3 phone just before Lauren left his apartment. One call was to friend number 4 and the other to another friend. Neither party picked up and no messages were left. Friend number 3 told police Lauren left his apartment at 4:30 a.m. and this is the last reported sighting of her. She was last seen barefoot, wearing black pants and a white shirt at the intersection of 11th Street and College Avenue, walking south on College Avenue. She intended to walk the 2.5 blocks home, but vanished. Several hours later, her boyfriend sent her a text. He received a reply from an employee at the bar. He then reported Lauren missing, and she was not seen ever since. Armchair detectives and media reports through the years have speculated on a wide variety of theories and suspects, ranging from abduction by a motorcycle gang to a drug overdose cover-up, and the people she was partying with dumped her body in the Ohio River. Many believed that is what happened because Lauren suffered from a serious heart condition, and with drugs and alcohol added, it could become a deadly outcome. No suspects have ever been publicly named in her disappearance, but a private investigator working the case for years tells the Post he has tracked down hundreds of leads and is confident that the truth will emerge. He said he believes there are only 3 scenarios that explain Lauren's disappearance. First scenario: she was out that night with some strange boys that she had just met a week prior, drinking, etc. She wasn't with her boyfriend. Her boyfriend, from time to time, shows some jealousy. He is still to this day not being properly alibied. Second scenario: she had some health issues, perhaps she died of natural causes from drinking, and the boys up on 11th Street might have disposed of her body. Scenario number 3: if he believed her friend number 3, she left his apartment at 4:30 a.m. She might have been abducted by an opportunist on the street. A tiny girl, helpless, barefoot, 95 pounds, a little tipsy. She could have been snapped up off the street easily. Investigators said that one of those 3 scenarios is really the only possibility. If it's 1, 2, or 3, somebody knows something about what happened, and her family is desperate to get a closure. Until the next time, take care. Bye-bye.